What's up, everybody? John Forster here, Breakdown at the Barn. Figured I'd jump on before the finals tonight of the Big Tens, give you guys a little insight on what's Rutgers national championship picture is, who qualified, who's on the bubble, really we got three guys that earned an automatic bid. Seabass, tough loss to Nick Lee. We're going to get into more of that tomorrow night. Me and Eric Winnuck's going to break all this information down. We knew coming in that this is the top four guys in the nation are in this weight. He takes on number 4, Chad Red, tonight for third place. We'll see what happens there. I look at Seabass. Last year he lost to Seth Gross, came back, beat him in the Big Ten. So I think Seabass is going to be able to look at that tape, see what happens. And that match was amazing. We're going to see fireworks coming next week. Next thing, John Paz, again, going for third place. He's going against Nelson Brands of Iowa. Going to be a great matchup. He had a great tourney. We'll get into that more next week, or we'll get that more Monday, and we'll talk to you about that. But John Paz punches his ticket going to the national tournament. The next one, Mike Van Brill. I think if you have been watching Breakdown at the Barn, talked about two things going back a while ago when Mike Van Brill was, I believe, 0-3. We were saying that if you really study and look at the matches like we do, you saw this guy as being a podium threat at nationals. And, I think he's showing that in this tournament. Sometimes I love being right about things. I love being right about that. I hate being right about things sometimes, because another thing that I said was somebody that wasn't ranked outside of the top 25 that's going to play spoiler is Peyton O'Mania. And we saw that in that first match. Got hit with that left-handed headlock right off the bat with Mike Van Brill. Mikey was down 6-0. Came back, didn't have enough to finish that matchup. Goes in the wrestlebacks. He takes out number 5, number 7, and number 15th in the country to go into that third place match. Looking excited for that match. He goes against Blockhouse. Mike has a win over Blockhouse earlier this year, setting himself up very nicely to have a great seed in 2 weeks at the NCAA tournament with this performance. Unbelievable performance. We'll be diving in more in depth tomorrow night. All right, now let's talk about some other guys. I think there's two guys that didn't get into the automatic qualifiers, but I think it's a no-brainer they're going to get in. First off, Billy Janzer. Billy Janzer, this weight was pretty odd. The way they did this, it's not like previous years where they go by the strength of the a tournament. Basically, they went by the past years, how many qualifiers they had in at the different conferences. This 197 really got a roll deal here. They had only 6 automatic qualifiers. Mike Beard was the 7th seed, and he's ranked 12th in the country. So it was a little disproportionate here. I said coming in, if Billy Janzer gets into that top 8 with his body of work, with his performance in this tournament, that's going to get him to the national tournament. Crazier things happen. I'd be very surprised if Billy Janzer's left out here. The other thing, Jackson Turley. Jackson Turley wrestled a total of 25 minutes so far in this tournament. He's going for 9th place. He looked amazing for 24 minutes and 30 seconds. He made one bad move against Jake Alar, who he previously tech-falled. He was up big in that match, ended up getting pinned, going back, wrestling for 9th place. This weight class, 174, 5 of the top 6 wrestlers in the country are at this weight class. So they had 8 automatic qualifiers. He's going to finish likely 9th or 10th. I think either way, with what he'd done during the year and his body of work, he's going to definitely get in. Again, stranger things have happened, but I see his chances as very, very high to get in the tournament. And he gave the number 2 ranked guy in the country, Mike Labriola, all he could handle in that match in the quarterfinals. So he's somebody to deal with. He's somebody that people aren't going to want to see him pop up in their draw, but I'm really excited to see him go on a run on that national tournament. All right, next we're going to go to some other guys that are on the bubble. Dylan Shaver, unbelievable first match. Took out the number 11th ranked guy in the country. This weight is very, very deep. I mean, you have Nick Lee, or you have Spencer Lee in a league of his own here. Everybody else, a very, very deep weight. He didn't finish in the top 10. Won a match against, won another match against the guy from Indiana. What was his name? Mara from Indiana. I think. I do think when you look at the picture outside of the Big Ten at 125, there just aren't a lot of guys with impressive wins this year and impressive resumes that are on the outside looking in that didn't get this auto bid. So I feel pretty confident that he's going to get a shot to go. I think they're going to take 4 wild cards from the Big Ten. The top 8 automatically qualifies. I feel really good about Dylan Shawver's chances. That win over McKee really kind of is something that they're going to look at and gives him a shot to jump ahead of some other people. Other than that, good future. Future looks bright for the freshman. I mean, he showed in this tourney that he is somebody that has a ton of potential here. Next, I'm going to get to Rob Kinneard. I feel like this situation is very unfortunate. When you look at the people that got automatic qualifiers in those other conferences, I think Rob Kinneard is far above a lot of these guys. Now, the challenge is at 157, there's only 6 at-large bids remaining outside of people that got the auto qualifiers. Unfortunately, when you look at who did not get an auto qualifier, there's a lot of very big names there. Hartman from Army, default out of the EIWA. He's ranked really, really high, I think 13th. There's a couple other ranked guys up there. You look at Rob Kinneard, he had great matches with Kendall Coleman, with Brayton Lee, really showed a lot. Unfortunately, did not get the W in those matches, and that's what they're going to look at there. I think Kinneard's chances should be higher than they actually are to go, just with the way things shook out. I think he has a low to a medium chance of getting a bid. He's going to be right on the bubble. Might be that next guy that would have went if he gets a bid. But we're going to see. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for Rob Kinneard. Overall, with having 2 guys out, good performance from Rutgers, I think overall. I think they wrestle very well. We got no one in the finals, but 3 guys in the 3rd place match. Big Ten is loaded, and I think we might not send, 9 or 10 to nationals. We're going to be between 5 and 7. But those guys, you got a national champ threat in Sebastian Rivera. He's going to be gunning and learning and going for that national title. And you got a couple guys, I'll tell you, Jackson Turley, John Paz, and Mike Van Brill, they're going to be guys that are definitely going to have a very high chance to get on that podium. So looking forward to it. Who knows what happens once you're in, you can make a run. So I'm excited for next week. Hope you guys are too. Be sure to follow us. We're going to have a show tomorrow night. Me and Eric are going to break everything down. All right. Go Rutgers.